Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Moxfield, and on Threads and Instagram, Bioinformatter underscore actual, ones and zeros there. Um, and this is the, at least for now, I think this is what I've, my impulse Amazon Prime Day purchases. I also got some like precon uh, precon decks uh, with the no frills packaging. They had some of them on sale, and I made some selective purchases. But I got two collector boxes. The Dominaria United and the Brothers War, and the Dominaria United was unexpectedly great as a box. And the Brothers War was more in line with expectations of that. I think that one I didn't do so well on. So I was rewarded for one and punished for the other. And here's the Dominaria Remastered draft boosters. And so this is one we'll see. We'll see where it falls. I'm hoping to have some luck. Uh, you never know with the draft, but I think when I opened these in the first round, I actually did fairly well with draft boxes because you got more shots at the rares. I mean, you might not get all of the fancy treatments, but I think I did fairly well on these before, so I hope that streak will continue. Um, and I am just setting my little price checker here. So I just want to take a scan at what the best. Come on. Okay, almost got it. So I'm using TCG Player. The collection interface is kind of like how I generally get an idea of what's going on with the prices here. Um, Almost got it. Dominaria Remastered. Okay. And if I sort by price. Okay. So Force of Will is the big get out of this. Sylvan Library, Vampiric Tutor, um, even down to the normal. Yeah, like a Vampiric Tutor is like $30. Yawgmoth, Thread Physician, Sylvan Library, Urza's Incubator, um, Enlightened Tutor. So several of the tutors. Um, yeah, so there's chances that some good stuff out of this. So we'll give it a shot. So it was a sealed box. Gets rid of the shrink wrapping. Okay. So it's got one of these in it. So it tells you about the draft archetypes. I've never actually played non EDH commander. Um, so draft doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Um, I have done commander sealed builds before, so taken a box and made the best commander deck out of it I could under time constraints. So I recently did that with the Lord of the Rings. So that can be fun because it normally takes me forever to build something because I get paralyzed by all the options, and I don't just cut loose and just say, okay, let's just throw it together and see what happens. I'm always kind of crafted a little bit. So, um, let's get into this. So this is the first pack. And, okay, it's going to be one of those. Okay, first we have to establish, okay, they do have the commons on top. That's nice, I think. Okay, so this is a larger set. So I am whizzing by the commons. There's a Thran Golem, Storm Entity, Spectral Lynx, and Saproling Symbiosis. That's the rare. There's a Sawtooth Loon in the retro, a Mind Stone in foil, an island, and a token, an insect token. Okay. Pack number 2. Okay. I zoom through those. So there's the regular version of the Sawtooth Loon. Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. Invigorating Boon. Mind Slicer. Mishra's Factory in the retro border. Put that under the land category. Wall of Junk is the uncommon foil. And there's the retro planes. And Saproling token. On to the third pack. Okay. Sea of Uncommons. So it's a Rada Heir to Keld. Treva's Ruins. A Lair Land. Squirrel Nest. Forgotten Ancient. I know it's not worth a lot, but it's a key card in a lot of counter decks, which I happen to play a lot of. Momentary Blink as a retro, and a retro island, and a bird. Okay. Fourth pack. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 commons. Flame Tongue Kavu. Phyrexian Scuta. Tormod's Crypt. Graveyard's Bane. Pyre Zombie in retro. Forest, retro frame. Elephant token. Pack number 5. Two. Okay, I guess they had a slot for a borderless, and it was maybe common or uncommon. So we got an uncommon, Rada Heir to Keld as the borderless version. Then we return to our commons. Uh, Gerard's Verdict, Illusion and Reality, and Helm of Awakening in Borderless. So spells cost one less to cast. But that's like universal. So Empty the Warrens in retro, common, Mountain retro, and Squirrel token. Squirrel! Number 6. Five, six, seven. Okay. Got our commons out of the way. Spirit Monger, Dragon Whelp, Zombie Infestation, and Gamble is the rare. There's a Mind Stone. Ooh, and there's a Squirrel Nest foil retro. Yeah, I mean I think the difference between regular versions. So there's the retro border, which is kind of cool, but it's just like extra with the foil. It's like a quantum leap above. So just having the plain retros, it's not as big a deal for me, but the foils just really pop. I don't know if it's like the pattern of it or they just do those well. Because this is more plain. It's less exciting, but with the foil, it really pops. Bird. Okay, pack number 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Comments. Backdoor Fiction. Deadwood Treefolk. Wall of Junk. And Sulfuric Vortex is our rare. Ornithopter retro. Mountain retro. And a cat token. Okay. On to pack number 8, but I will hydrate first. Okay. Pack number 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Call of the Herd. Aven Fate Shaper. Dark Withering. Okay. Hinterland Harbor is a rare. So it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest or an island, and then you can add blue or green. So that's pretty sweet. And an Emerald Charm in foil. And then a Retro Forest. Squirrel! Alright. One, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Icy Manipulator. Wax and Wane. Nantuko Monastery. Land. Stroke of Genius. That's the rare. We got a Chain Lightning in retro. And an island. Retro. And a goblin. Okay. Pack number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dragon Blood. Confiscate. Croesus's Catacombs. Gemstone Mine is the rare. It's not a Gemstone Caverns. White Mane Lion is the retro. There's a Plains retro and a Construct token. Number 11. Okay. Nature's Lore. Fire Blast. Crop Rotation. Absorb as a borderless card. So counter target spell, you gain 3 life. There's Rada Ertkeld in retro. Uncommon. Mountain retro. And Elephant! Okay, we're finishing the first stack, pack number 12. Okay. Slice and Dice. First uncommon. Then Order and Chaos. Necro Savant. Cryptic Gateway. So tap 2 untap creatures you control. You may put a creature card from your hand that shares a creature type with each creature tapped this way onto the battlefield. Peregrine Drake in retro. Forest retro. And a Goblin. Okay, we're moving on to stack number 2. So pack number 13. Wade through the uncommons. The commons. Gameskeeper, first uncommon. Pain Suffering. Undead Gladiator. Then Sulphur Falls is the land. Plains. And a Nada token. Pack 14. Okay, Faceless Butcher. High Tide. Dread Return. Lieutenant Kurtar. Bird Soldier. Flying. 1 in a white. Sacrifice it and exile target attacking creature. Valduk. Keeper of the Flame. So retro. And then we have a... we have a foil Renewed Faith. Forest. Retro. And a Goblin. So we haven't hit pay dirt so far, I don't think. Okay. Mesa Enchantress. Mishra's Factory. Improvised armor. Ooh. Lotus Blossom. And Borderless. Let me just check something. Yeah, it's only 55 cents. Anything with a Lotus name attached to it makes you think it's got something going on. So we had a Juggernaut. This was in a... Yeah, so maybe that's just a common. It's hard to tell with the older cards whether what the rarity is sometimes. Denizens of the Deep. Island. And Elephant. Okay, we're on track. 16. Okay. Gem Palm Incinerator. First uncommon. Flesh Reaver. And Night and Day. Sneak Attack. So we got a Mythic. Tap, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the red, not even tap, so pay red. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That creature gains haste. Sacrifice the creature at the beginning of the next end step. So if you've got some explosive mana in red, you can like go for an Alpha Strike. Wild Growth, Mountain, and Goblin. Pack 17. Okay. Voice of All. Daragaz's Caldera. It's a land. Venomancer. And Sulphur Falls. Then Spirit Link. Retro. Forest. A cat. 15. Okay. Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. Battle Screech. Congregate. Arborea Retro. Creatures can't attack a player unless that player cast a spell or put a non-token permanent onto their battlefield during their last turn. Plains and Goblin. Pack 19. Okay, so Juggernaut was a common. Chainer's Edict. Recoil. Rith's Grove. Phantom Nishoba. Wild Dogs. Hunting Grounds in retro foil. So Threshold, as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, Hunting Grounds has whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So Hunting Grounds is just a mid card. Yeah, it's like $1.40. Okay. Um, Mountain and Insect. 20. Okay. The Parade of Commons. Okay, Swords to Plowshares. At least it's useful. Valdek, Keeper of the Flame. Dodecapod. Test of Endurance in retro. Yeah, it's also $1.19. Planes and another insect. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. Spite Malice. Dedapult. Milliken. Okay, finally we have something pretty sweet. Yawgmoth, Thran Physician in Borderless. So that is at least a money card. Okay. So it's not foil, but it's 1526 in Borderless. Fire Blast in retro. Sukada Lancer, Island, and Elemental. Okay. High Tide in the Borderless. Okay. Life and Death. Stand and Deliver. Oh, I think I might have gone in. Skipped an uncommon, or was it that the uncommon... Yeah, somehow it feels like I skipped an uncommon, but maybe it was just out of order. The yeah, so I don't see it. So I think that the Borderless High Tide out of sequence was the uncommon. Maze of Ith, though. Maze of Ith. So I like it. Opponents don't. Renewed Faith. Daragaz's Caldera. Swamp. and a squirrel. And that's just a regular old Maze of Ith. So it's 340. So, dropped a little, I think. I think it used to be a little better than that, but that's what happens with reprints. Okay, so we're on to pack number 23. Okay. Get from our commons. Okay. The first uncommon is Tatsiova Benthic Druid. Floodgate. And Dromar's Cavern. Shivan Dragon is the rare. We've got a retro short Swords to Plowshares. Plains. And a token waste. Okay. 4. So we're at the end of the second stack here. Okay, finally got to that first uncommon. Lightning Rift. Fire and Ice. Turnabout. And Jester's Cap in retro, not foil. An island and an elephant. Yeah, so it's only 35 cents. So, not a big deal. Okay. So, we're in the home stretch on the final stack. And first uncommon is Thieving Magpie. Spectral Lynx. And Dralnew's Crusade. Crawl Space is our rare. And an Impulse as a retro. Common. Plains. And a Goblin. So Crawl Space is 286. So it kind of keeps go wide decks at bay. 26. But Voltron players may not care. Okay. Mystic Enforcer. Phyrexian Scuda. Storm Entity. Birds of Paradise. Bolt the bird. Yeah, so like the The retro foil is expensive. Well, the regular foil is expensive, or not too expensive. Just the standard one. No, it's still $6.49 for just a regular old vanilla version. I'm surprised it's that valuable with all of the reprinting going on. Momentary Blank, Iker Slick, and foil, Forest, and Griffin token. 27. Act 27. Okay. First uncommon is Griffin Guide, an Elvish Spirit Guide, and Invigorating Boon. And we have yet another Denizen of the Deep. Fa Adia Seer, Swamp, and an Elephant. Number 28. All of the commons up in this house. Terravor. Assault and Battery. Damping Sphere. Worldly Tutor in retro. So that's another one that should be worth at least a little. Worldly Tutor. So it's not the highest end, but yes, 960 for the retro foil there. Oh, and we have an island and a sheep token. Act 29. Okay. Factor Fiction. Quicksilver Dagger. Tormod's Crypt. And then our rare is a land, Isolated Chapel. A Frantic Search. Retro, a Swamp. And a Bud. $30. Okay. Pack 30. Okay. Sawtooth Loon is the uncommon. Dragon Whelp. And Circular Logic. Then Body Snatcher is the rare. Ornithopter. Renewed Faith in the retro foil. Forest. And a Squirrel. Flame Tongue Kavu. Zombie Infestation. And Squirrel Nest. And then Royal Assassin is the rare. Mog War Marshal, Retro, Island, and a Bud. 32. Nature's Lore. Sarah Angel. Wall of Junk. And then Helm of Awakening again in the same format, borderless. I don't know if I looked that one up. 5 of Awakening. Yeah, it's only 85 cents. So, we do have a dress in retro, a peregrine drake in foil, and then an island, and a griffin. Okay. The Crowd of Commons. Then even Fate Shipper. Illusion Reality. Treva's Ruins. Oh. Mystic Remora in retro. And then a mountain and an insect. Oh. So it's 418 for that version of Mystic Remora. Okay, 34th pack. 2 packs left after this one. 2. Okay, Spirit Monger. Thran Golem. Fire Blast. Siege Gang Commander in Borderless. So when it enters the battlefield, create 3 tokens of token goblins, and you can pay 1 in a red and sacrifice, and it deals 2 damage to any player. Yes, not going to be a big one. Lull. Island. And Marit. Marit Lodge. Marit Legay. I Merit Lodge sounds good to me, but I don't know. 35. Are we gonna get a hero within these last 2 packs? Okay, we got the Borderless Chainer's Edict amidst our uncommons. Then we have a Call of the Herd, Wax and Wane, and Hinterland Harbor is our rare. Goblin Matron, Forest, and Saproling. Okay, we have reached the grand finale. Okay. High Tide, Faceless Butcher, Deadwood Treefolk, and Womp Womp, Jolrael Wanvuli Recluse. We have a Necro Savant in the Retro Mountain, and a Goblin. So really, Worldly Tutor, Birds of Paradise, don't think nothing else is sticking out. So really, it's Yogg, Mazavith, Yawgmoth, Mazavith, Birds of Paradise, Worldly Tutor, Mystic Remora, I think are probably our best hits. I don't know what the lands are going for. Let me just look one of them up. Yeah, I mean, like the retro frame foils are the ones that are worth more. Yeah, they're still so a couple of dollars maybe for some of the lands that are in here, but I mean, I like Cryptic Gateway, but I think value-wise, this was pretty much a bust. Because these guys aren't carrying enough WoW to carry the rest of the box. So, in my Amazon Prize Impulse experiment, I did poorly with the Brothers War, and this, you know, relatively speaking, you know, that they were bought on sale, but still not very overwhelming value involved here. And but I did, however, on the Dominaria United collector box, luck out. On that one, I got 2 Shieldras, and one of them was like the textured foil showcasey version of it. So so that box was definitely worth it. These you know, not so much. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I think this is probably no. I think I have some other stuff coming in from another sale somewhere else. So I think I have some Commander Legends bundles that were like on extreme sale. So I went for those. And I think I got myself a Lord of the Rings Jumpstart box. So like I had avoided, you know, I've been, you know, pretty disappointed in the Jumpstarts that are attached to the sets. So they're kind of like a replacement for theme boosters. They're really not all that great. So unless you're really an enthusiast for actually playing Jumpstart with it, as a collector, they're kind of not that hot. But anyhow, it's a way of getting some more Lord of the Rings cards, and we'll see what comes out of that. And then I think I got one. There'll be some other surprise out of that. So there's a few more things for me to box break before I reach the wait until the Commander Masters actually ships. So I, against my better judgment, I did buy a reasonable amount of Commander Masters when I thought I wasn't going to. Um, so we'll see how that pans out. Probably not spectacularly, but it does look like there's some cool stuff in the set. So it's got like all the medallions and some other cool things. And there are some pretty cards, alternate versions of cards in there. So we'll see if I get lucky with that. But anyhow, I hope to like seeing some of these cards in this set. So the Dominaria Remastered, and I hope to see you around for the next video. Thanks. Bye.